Hello friends, this video on weather, climate and adaptations part 15 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Question number 6. Following are some of the characteristics of animals. Following are some of the characteristics of animals. So here you can see the list of characters. For each characteristic indicate whether it is adaptation for tropical rainforests or polar regions. Okay, so we have to decide that which particular feature will be good for rainforests and which will be good for polar regions. Now before that, let us quickly see what is the climate for rainforests. So tropical rainforests, they are generally hot, whereas in case of polar regions, they are going to be extremely cold. So knowing the climate, you can decide that which features will suit for that climate, right? So let's look at the first one. It is diets heavy on fruits. So if an animal is feeding on fruits, if they are like totally dependent on fruits, so where will they get fruits? On the trees, and trees will be available more in forests. So this is a adaptation for tropical rainforests. Next one is white fur. So white fur is something which is going to provide a lot of warmth. So obviously these animals will be better for cold regions, and also this white color will match with the white background of snow, and that way it will help to protect from predators. So this is an adaptation for polar regions. Third, need to migrate. So migration generally happens where in regions which have very extreme weather conditions, which is true for polar regions, because polar regions are very, very cold. So many a times the birds, they move from that polar region to some other region until favorable conditions return. Fourth one, loud voice. So this is a feature for the rainforests. So in rainforests, you see a lot of animals, they all communicate with each other, so they produce sound. So loud voice is a characteristic of animals in rainforests. Sticky pads on feet. So sticky pads on feet, how do you think will this help the animals which are either on rainforests or they are on the polar regions? Where do you think this would help? So this would again help animals in the rainforests. Layer of fat under the skin. So fat provides insulation. It helps to keep an animal warm. So this is an adaptation for polar regions. Wide and large paws. So these wide and large paws, they actually help to move or to walk on snow. So this is again an adaptation for polar regions. Bright colors. So bright colors help to camouflage, so they can actually hide themselves in the background color. So since due to blending with the background color, it helps them to catch their prey easily and also protect themselves from predators. So this is tropical rainforests. Strong tails. So strong tails help in climbing. It also helps to make directions. So this is also for tropical rainforests. Long and large beak. So beak is used for eating stuffs, like birds have beaks, and birds, they are mostly seen in these rainforests, so where they eat other organisms. So long and large beak would be another trait for tropical rainforests. So do you think some of these characteristics can be adapted for both regions? Not really, because if you compare these two regions, they have two extreme climates. One is like extremely hot, the other one is extremely cold. So we really do not think that any of these characteristics can be adapted for both the regions. Question number 7. The tropical rainforest has a large population in animals. Explain why it is so. So why so many animals live in tropical rainforest? Obviously, the primary reason is due to favorable climate. So what is the favorable climate? I mean, what do I mean when I say favorable climatic conditions? So the weather is hot and humid. Now, surviving in extreme cold weather is a tough task. So you need a lot of adaptations to be able to survive there. But when the weather is hot and humid, it's easier to adapt to that. Moreover, since a lot of animals live there, so they can get their food from each other. Frequent rainfall. So frequent rainfall would ensure adequacy of water. So when you have a lot of water around you, so the survival definitely becomes easier. Question number 8. Why do we find animals of certain kind living in particular climatic conditions? So why is it? It is something like, why is it that the polar bear is seen only in polar regions? Why are fishes seen only in water and not on land? Why are the tigers seen only in the forests and not in the polar regions? So why different animals are like ruling different regions? That's because animals are adapted in special ways to inhabit specific areas depend on its climatic conditions. Now, each area will have a specific climatic condition. For example, the polar regions, which are extremely cold. So these polar bears, they are adapted with certain features. For example, they have thick fur, a layer of fat under their skin. So they have wide paws. So all these things help them to walk over snow, to keep themselves warm. So that means they are like kind of adapted to live in that particular environment. So because of this reason, every animal, so it is not only about the polar bears, it is also about other animals. For example, fishes, they have gills. So since they have gills, they can absorb oxygen from water. So they need water all around. So they have a streamlined body, they have fins and tails which help them to swim. So they need water, they will not be able to survive on land. So that means every organism is equipped in such a way that they will be able to survive in a particular type of climatic condition. So wherever they get that particular climatic condition, they live in that area. Question number 9. A carnivore with stripes on its body moves very fast while catching its prey. It is likely to be found in polar regions, deserts, oceans, tropical rainforests. So obviously the last one is the right option, a carnivore with stripes on its body. So you can imagine a cheetah or a leopard. So it moves very fast to catch its prey. So with stripes on its body, so stripes on the body helps it to blend with the background color. So that ways it is found in tropical rainforests. Question number 10. Which features adapt polar bears to live in extremely cold climate? So some of the options are given here, and which of these actually help the polar bears to live in cold conditions? White fur, yes, because the white color blends with the white background of snow. Fat below the skin, yes, because it provides insulation and warmth. Keen sense of smell, yes, again because of this strong smelling sense, they are able to detect and catch their prey. So first option is the right option. Question number 11. Which option best describes a tropical region? Hot and humid, moderate temperature, heavy rainfall, cold and humid, hot and dry. So when we talk about tropical region, they are located near the equator. So they are definitely not cold. They are definitely not having heavy rainfall. So they are hot and humid. So they do have rainfall, and they also have, very high temperatures. So due to rainfall, they have kind of humid atmosphere, and due to high temperatures, they are hot. So hot and humid, and that is why they are more suitable for a lot of animals, and therefore a lot of animals live in the tropical regions. So with this, we have reached towards the end of this lesson on weather, climate and adaptations, and I hope you got a better understanding of what do we mean by weather and how is it different from climate, and how do different living organisms adapt themselves to live in a particular location with a particular climatic conditions. So I hope this lesson would have helped you. So see you all in the next lesson. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.